Hey everybody, I hope you guys are having a great evening. Connie's behind the camera once again. I'm in front of the camera once again. And we are going to show you tonight how to make two different kind of door hangers. So these projects have been in my room, my art room, for quite some time, and I've just not gotten to them. And today I decided was the day. So I don't know if y'all have projects laying around your house or your workspace or your design space, and you just get up one day and you think, no, not anymore. Today's the day. So what I'm doing,
hi Pam,
I am creating. Let me see what I did with that door hanger. Where's that other? Oh, let me get it. Hold on, y'all. I guess it would help if I have my stuff.
hi Miss Debbie.
So I'm creating some door hangers that I've had in the works. I'm just actually finishing them today. So here's one of them called Home Sweet Home. This is a 22-inch round that I just painted black, solid black, and cut these on the laser. And I actually nailed these down with a pin nailer. And I'm not going to do that anymore tonight. I like the idea better with glue. So it has rope.
Hi Veronica.
Hey, how are y'all doing? So I put a rope on it, and of course I made a bow. I'm going to attempt tonight to make a bow. But what makes this thing really cute, I think, is two things. The bow, but also the graphics of the way Home Sweet Home is. So we're going to do another one of these tonight, and I'm going to show you exactly how I did it.
Hi Karen.
We also are big-time dog lovers around here. Y'all probably
Yes, we are.
And at the end of the video, I'm going to show you this one. I can't turn it up yet because I haven't gotten it finished. I'm going to do a few things on it. And we have welcome.
You like dogs.
You like dogs. Okay. So I'm going to work on that.
Hi, Lisa.
It's almost finished, but I'll work on that at the end. So here's what I did. This is the template as it comes out of the laser. So let's say if you order this blank, or if we did a paint party, what I would do is I took these off of the laser and I put them right back in this template. Okay. And then instead of taking a sponge or a roller or a brush.
Elisa said, that's a question we can't figure out ourselves, Elisa. We think about this all the time. She said, why are y'all just so amazing? I love everything. Hi, Miss Ava.
Well, let's put it this way. If you knew us better, you might not say that.
Not
okay?
the folks that knows us better think all that, but.
Yeah. So anyway.
Hi, Cindy.
So what I did is I put these back in the template as they came off. I used spray paint, and I just spray painted. Now I'm not going to spray paint this tonight, but let me show you what I did. I'm not going to spray because we're indoors. I just held it up like this, and I went back and forth, and I just spray painted it.
Hi,
probably 2 or 3 good coats. Of course, I let it dry between each coat. I like to say I'm not brand particular, but in this case, I'm going to share something with you. I got this at my local Ace just because that's what's available to me. And it does say premium paint primer. And it's
we love our Ace.
Yeah.
We love John and our Ace. Really much.
I got this. Now, this was probably $5 or $6 a can. I got this, I think, at Walmart or Home Depot. I can't remember.
Quick color.
Do not get this. The other day I did a project with this, and I literally used 10 coats. And I bought 5 or 6 cans, so I have the receipt. So this is going
Miss
back.
Victoria.
This was not good, y'all. I sprayed and 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 sprayed to get a decent coat. Here, I used 2 or 3 coats. That was it. Okay. So it's one of those, you know, you got to kind of pick your poison, which way you're going to go.
Can we see this upright real quick so they can see what it says?
Sure. Home Sweet Home?
Mm-hmm. Can y'all see that?
I don't want to pick it up too much or they'll fall out. So this is how it comes off the laser, right? And I just put it right back in there, and I spray painted it using a good spray paint. 2 or 3 coats. Don't use a bad one. All right? Okay, now also, like let's say you were to buy a blank from us, you're going to get a rope. And I wanted to show y'all what I do with this. I just basically feed the rope through the back like that. Once it's in the front, I just tie it off a little bit. And this is a sisal rope. It's like a 1/4 inch, nothing special. You can get it at just about any store in town, almost, I would think.
Hi, Debbie Vincel.
All right, so here's what I'm going to do. Because this is rope, it's going to fray because that's what rope is going to do. I'm going to take just a little bit of a glue, a quick glue, super glue, whatever you got, and I'm going to glue the end so it doesn't fray, and I'm going to glue this knot so the knot doesn't come undone. Just a little bit of glue, and then I'm guaranteed to have a good situation here, okay? That's all I'm going to do on that. And that's how I would hang it up. All right, now let's just turn this thing around. Now here's the deal, y'all. When you're looking at something like this, okay, we've got a project here. This is a 22-inch round right here. What I do is...
We're doing good, Miss Debbie Vincel. Thank you for asking.
Mm-hmm. So I've got this, and I'm going to use this as my template. What am I trying to say? I'm going to look at this. First of all, I want to make sure that I'm even, right? But I've got to take this bottom layer out. But here's what I do. I'm going to just pick this up, and notice how everything is going to stay there. And that's what it's going to look like as I put it on this black background. So I'm going to set this aside.
I hope y'all can see this. Tell me if you're having trouble seeing what we're doing.
Now, it's important that you don't throw this thing away until after your project is finished. And the reason that that's important is this is going to help you with your spacing of your project. I have some little doggy paws over here that are really not part of this project.
They're so cute.
They're so cute. They go on that other hanger. So I'm looking at this, and I just have a charcoal, it's a charcoal pencil is all it is. And what I do is I just make some marks down here, because when you start doing all of this, if you don't, you're going to be doing a lot of guessing, okay? There's nothing wrong with guessing. I mean, it's not a bad thing.
But look, sometimes we're not the bestest of guessers.
And sometimes your brain is just tired, y'all. Sometimes you're just not feeling all that guesswork. So
right?
Make it easy on yourself. And I'm just making little marks on home, sweet, and home. I'm not worried about the flourishes. They can always come later, okay? And I'll just do a little dot here and a little dot there. Okay, so then when I pick that up, I don't know if the camera can see it very well, but I just do, I'll set my template aside, and I've got all these little marks on here, okay? Now I know, looking at this, I think I know that my suite is gonna look something like this, because what am I doing, y'all? I'm sitting here, kind of, let's see if they can see it.
Okay.
Just looking at this template, and I'm bringing those letters in right where I kind of know, looking at my template and looking at my tick marks that I did earlier. And I'm just working on placement right now. That's all I'm doing. Then of course I'll come back and I'll glue all that down. We'll put a bow on it, and then we'll have a door hanger. Your flourishes can kind of be really loosey-goosey, but your wording, you want to make sure that that's really
somewhat on
precise.
point.
Yeah, you really do. And so I've got home here. And again, I'm just going by my tick marks that I made with this charcoal pencil. That's all I'm doing right now. And it's important that you just kind of sit here and take your time.
Hi, Brian.
I think I'm good about right there. That's the basic of my design, right? After this, it's a matter of putting my flourishes in, and that's really all there is to it. Okay, so I'm going to pick up my glue, and I'm going to just kind of eyeball this and make sure it's the way I want it. I'll pick up my word home, and I do not put glue on every single part. You just need a little bit of glue here and there. This stuff is pretty, what is the word? Powerful, I guess. And so I don't put it.
A little dab will do you. That's what Mom used to say.
Yeah, a
little dab will do you.
Yep, y'all know it. Y'all know it. And I'm looking at those tick marks, and I'm just kind of coming down, and I'm just letting I'm letting gravity do its thing here, and I'm just kind of pressing just gently.
Chris Vanover said they really love your videos, and they love your yard art.
Thank you. We were at the store today. Paula and I were in there in the paint party room, putting up projects and stuff, and a customer came in, and she's like, "Oh, this looks so beautiful," and it's very nice to hear that.
Charlotte,
it is. It's a
lot.
It's a lot of work, but I think anything worthwhile probably is.
Yeah, if y'all would have came in here about 10 minutes ago, It's very peaceful in here right now, but boy, tell
I was
ya.
trying to get these bows done. Y'all, I'm not a good bow maker, and this is hard
She
for
says
me.
that her bows are really pretty.
They all look the same. Bow making is of itself an art.
Absolutely.
It really is. I do enough just to try to get by. But if I really knew what I was doing, my bows would look a lot better.
I want to say everybody thinks that.
I was going to say, I think most of us feel that way. I started years ago making bows for my tall white reindeer. We sell a lot of 6-foot reindeer at Christmas. And my mother-in-law told me years ago, she said, if you'll put red bows on those reindeer, you'll sell as many reindeer as you want. And y'all, I was young and very industrious and broke.
That's the key word.
That's the key word, and I'm sure some of y'all out there can relate to that. And so I went to the store and I bought raffia. Back then they had raffia. I don't even know if they still have it. And boy, I made bows for probably 25 years. But I will say, all my bows from year to year look the same. They all look the same because that's the only way I know how to do it.
Brian said all this work is a labor of love.
It really is. You have to love what you're doing, because if you're doing it for the money, you're not gonna.
And Kim Simon said we need Kelly for all our bow making. Did we
Ain't that
run
the
her
truth?
off? Look, we tried to get her to come in. She was here yesterday. We tried to get her.
She was.
Oh, Miss Victoria bought herself one of those bow making devices like you use.
This one, Victoria. Y'all gonna see this in a minute. I
Hi,
don't know.
Angela.
I don't know if this is why all my bows look the same, or if it's just me, all my bows look the same. But my mother-in-law got me that many years ago when she told me, you need to make red bows on your white deer and you can sell as many deer. And you know, she was really, really right, because that's exactly what happened. And to this day now, I got in a little bit of fancy pants and I buy bows that are lighted.
Hi, Rita.
But hey, you know, for years I couldn't have afforded that. So I buy lighted bows on those deer. Hopefully I won't have to go back to making bows for the white reindeer, because that's just, I do a lot of those, and so that's a lot of work, a lot of time, a lot of energy.
And I don't know how many of you guys know the story about how Mary got into yard art to begin with, but she was a teacher. And everybody, this is what my mom said she said. I mean, this was like 30 years ago, y'all. Mom said, Mary said that everybody had yard art except for her. So her and Bruce just said, you know what, we're going to go out to the, I think Bruce had said something to the effect of, well, I think you just have to have a jigsaw, right? And never knowing how big it would turn.
Yeah. Well,
Hi, Maria.
you know, a lot of times you have to make, in the old days, people made everything.
Right.
There
We have enough money to.
And even if there was a store, like my mother would say, I didn't have any money to pay for it, so it wouldn't have done me any good. So I'm just looking at my, okay, we got a little one here. I'm just looking at this template, kind of going off of this. When you put your flourishes in, honestly,
how pretty.
It's very forgiving. You don't have to really worry about them being exactly, because nobody's going to know. And again, I'm looking at this template is what I'm doing. Just looking at that and comparing that. So let me put that right there.
Thank you, Miss Debbie, for sharing the links.
Thank you, Debbie. Okay, so we got that there. And we've got this like so.
Hope y'all can see that.
Okay, we're going to put this flourish over. This one goes under the word home, according to my template. It doesn't really matter if I put it on here according to the template or not. Let's see, that goes here, that goes here. I think that's part of the doggy paw on the other one. Okay, y'all, I think I'm good. So I'm gonna pick up my glue
Hi,
again.
Debbie Snyder.
And I'm just gonna put this on here. Yeah, we wanted to come on at 7, but I was making bows and I'm not that fast, so I just could not get it all to shuck and jive by 7.
Hey, Brian, normally all of her projects usually are cut on the CNC, but this was on the new laser that she got. Hi, Melody.
Yeah, got a new laser, got a new machine, got a laser. Now we gotta learn how to use it.
Kimberly said she's going to come one weekend and join in on the fun. I promise we'll find something for you to do.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I tell you, it is fun until things don't work.
She makes it look very easy, I have to say.
I had some technology issues, but the people on tech support were really good about helping me. I don't think I gave them much of a choice. I probably worried them to death until they helped me. I don't know if y'all have ever done that. Just worry them to death till they help you.
Sometimes that's the only thing
They'll
that
help
works.
you out of self-defense, so you'll
So you
stop
get off the
bothering
phone?
them. So you'll stop bothering them. Okay, I'm putting a little bit of glue. I don't try to put
Melody.
glue on those real skinny parts because that's not going to work. Let's see, this comes up kind of above the word.
We're kind of upside down right now, Melody, but we're making a
Yeah.
sign that says Home Sweet Home. And Mary's just showing us
How to kind of
glue it down and how to get it
I'm
going.
gluing it down.
And
I'll
you-
tell you what I can do that might make it better for those at home because it doesn't matter to me. We can do it this way. That'll make it a little easier.
And then
for
that
them.
blank space at the top, there'll be a big bow.
Yeah, we'll put a big bow there. Okay, so I've got that. I think I've got that. The glue's not quite dry on that. Okay, there we go. Got that. I think I got to do this one next, y'all. Connie actually cut these pieces a while back, but I've never gotten to them. Connie has a small laser too.
I have a glow forge.
There's a glow forge. And she actually cut this for me and I just had never. But I got up this morning and I saw it and I was like, no, today's the day. It's going to get done.
I loved my glow forge until I saw a real laser.
It's just, glow forge is not bad. It's just small.
It's a great starter machine because it helps you decide if this is something for you
Yeah. Yeah.
before you get one of the really big ones.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Let's put this up. I think I've got everything glued down, y'all. I hope so. So
I guess we'll see.
we'll see. We're going to set this aside and let it dry a little bit. Now, I want to bring the little doggy sign over here.
Okay.
So what I did on this doggy sign is the same concept, right? Welcome, we hope you like dogs. But it didn't have these paws on the design, and so I felt like that was just a little too plain. So I went out to the laser, Connie sent me this file, and
I love
cut
how the
these out.
paws look like little hearts. That is
It is
adorable.
Yeah.
And this is going to be a paint party, is that right?
I have not scheduled a paint party for
Melissa.
this. It's definitely sold as a blank, and it will be a paint party, but I don't know exactly when. We'll have these over there at the store too, as far as samples.
Oh, Angela,
And,
stay safe. Angela's in Alabama, and she said they have storms in and out, but she
Oh.
loves what we're doing.
Oh, thank you, Angela. Angela, I hope you have if everybody around here would be praying for rain. I have
Right.
no idea if Alabama needs any rain. I know that they don't need any storms and getting, any crazy weather. But we've not had any rain to speak of for months.
Chris Vanover tells us our paws are upside down, actually, and he's
Oh,
right.
are they?
Or she.
What the hey? What the hey? I'm
That's a
glad you said that. Hold on. Oh, yeah.
Did you already glue it?
Yes.
Hi, y'all.
Thank you.
We're a little
Blue
backwards
check.
here.
Hey, I'm looking at it upside down too.
We were
That's
just
not
talking
helping.
and not really paying attention.
We need to put all that chitter
Hi,
chatter.
Becky.
Get to work. And I'm glad she said that because then it doesn't take. This stuff takes a little bit of time to set, but not a long time.
Yay, Chris saved the day. Like, we were just talking.
Hey, Mary, get it together and put your dog paws
Y'all
on,
quit
right?
talking so much. Miss Victoria said she needs this for her house. Her dogs
You
have
sure
taken
do.
over.
Victoria's a big dog lover like I am, y'all. You just gotta love them. Yes, gotta
Angela
love 'em.
said they don't need no more rain.
Oh, really?
She'll pray
See?
that we get some of it.
Yeah, we sure could use it because it's not good here. I can promise you that. It is not good. Okay, so now I have to come
Hi,
over
Jessica.
here and hopefully put this
Turn
one
the
right.
paw, yeah, right side up. I didn't even catch it, y'all. I was talking.
Oh, Lordy.
I even got my good glasses on and everything.
Yeah, honey, you're supposed to be watching me.
Yeah,
You're
I
supposed to be
was
making sure I'm
chitter-chatter.
doing it right. Yeah, that's it. That reminds me of a story. Paul and I used to go together down to Laredo in a big. I would drive a big U-Haul. She'd follow me in her personal truck, and we'd be down there a couple days. We'd buy stuff and then come back and sell it at the store. One day, I somehow managed to run through to stop signs, and Popo was there. He didn't catch me though. I don't know what I was thinking. And I look up after I run through the stop sign, and I look up and I look behind me, and Paula runs the stop sign too, right in front of the Popo. I told her later, I said, Sissy, if I run the stop sign, you're supposed to not run it. You're supposed to, there's the Popo right there. They're gonna, give you a ticket.
Did he stop her?
Paula, she goes, look, I'm gonna keep up with you. You run the light, I'm running the light. I'm like, well,
that's her raising talking there. Because I'm telling y'all, keeping up with our parents, working cattle and stuff, if they ran the light, you ran it too.
Yeah, you didn't let any grass grow under your feet, as they would tell us.
Kim said we need to do a kitty sign instead of a doggy. Yeah,
a kitty cat. Love kitty cats too. I don't have any, but I love animals. So, all right, I think I got that one. Now, for those of you that want to make bows, I don't know, honestly, seriously, if this is going to be helpful to you or not, but I will try. We're going to let that dry, okay? And I'll show you what I did to make these bows. Because I have to have one now for my home sweet home that we just did. Yeah, got to have that. I'm kind of bendy. Hopefully my paws won't fall off. They can kind of
hey, at least they're not upside down anymore.
So that is welcome. We hope you like dogs. Of course, you can do this with a black background and do white letters. I only did it this way because the other ones that I've done, I wanted y'all to see what they look like with different color backgrounds. Of course, I got to put a bow on this one. So that's what we're going to work on now.
We got all kinds of projects that she's done on the laser just in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah. So this is a deluxe bow maker. It's been around for a long time. It's called an easy bow maker. And
hey Trish, well welcome to the party. Trish said she's late to the party, but she's here.
That's okay.
And Chris wants to know if that was the bow stapled or glued.
You'll see both. Well, actually, I tend that's part of what I'm going to show y'all tonight. I'm going to show y'all, and I do this same thing with yarn.
Chris said, "Where's the witch at?"
The what?
Oh my God, I love the witch.
Oh, the witch. I think the witch cute. I love that witch too. Who doesn't love a witch? I think everybody does. Okay. So
and Karen said, where could she buy the blanks because she does not see them on the website.
Okay, can you go to the home page, and on the home page there's a lot of headings or sections, and it should say indoor home decor projects, I think. Indoor home.
We'll see if we can get you a link before the end of the
indoor home decor projects. I believe that's where it's at. So what?
Because you just put them on there just a little bit ago.
About 10 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can buy them from us. We just got them on the website 10 minutes ago. You may hit refresh if you don't see them.
Yeah.
And we'll get you a link before the end.
For my bow, because I'm all about frou. So my bow is going to have 12 feet. I hope I have 12 feet of this ribbon. And what I'm doing is I'm just kind of looking at my tape measure here. Going 3 feet 4 times is what I'm doing. Okay. But I have a 22-inch circle, y'all. So I want a big fluffy bow to kind of help that circle and give it some texture and make it look better.
Let me know if you're having trouble seeing it.
Okay, so I'm going to cut this, right? I'm going to just set all this aside. So right now, I've got 12 feet of this. And what I always do is
Hey, Coral. Good to see you again.
Oh, is she here?
Yeah.
Good. So I usually put a zip. Somebody asked how am I going to attach this. Part of the way I attach it is a zip tie, and I put this down at the bottom, and I'll show y'all what I do with that. Okay. So I've got 12 feet of these 2 ribbons because I wanted kind of like a double bow look. I start by making sure the ribbon, the face of the ribbon is facing me, right?
Thank you, Miss Debbie. Y'all, Miss Debbie Barberry just posted a link.
Okay, good. Good. Thank you, Debbie. And what I do is I put it in here and I twist it because you always want the face of the ribbon on top of the bow. If you don't twist it, then the back of the bow is going to be on top of your ribbon, and you don't want that. So the cool thing about this easy bow maker is that you can go down here, and I know that my bow is going to be about 14 inches wide because this loop is 7 inches. So I put my loop in there, and I bring it here, and in the middle, the trick is to turn it half. Okay, see how the face of my ribbon is up top, is facing me. That's what I want. This is the inside of the ribbon. Not ugly, but you don't want to see that on the top of the bow, on the outside of the bow. So kind of come in here again, and I make my bow come over here to 7 inches because you want your sides even. And again, I do another half twist. See, there's 7 inches, 7 inches. Okay, and I'm going to come over here. And y'all can't see it, it's all on the floor over here, but this ribbon just kind of gets all tangled up, so you just have to work with that.
Oh, Amy, we gotcha. So Coral Daisy Designs is owned by Amy. Her name is Amy.
Is that Amy that was, she and I were messaging earlier today and last night?
We were definitely talking last night. I'm not
Okay.
sure if y'all were messaging. Hi, Mary Jo.
All right. Amy was helping me out.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Because in my case, y'all know, I need a lot of
We
help.
need
on
all the
those
help
days.
we can
On
get.
some days, it's just the way the world is. Okay, so I keep doing my loops. I know that I want 7-inch loops.
She said that was her.
Oh, thank you, Amy, for all. And I haven't bought those 3/8
Hi, Mary.
nails, little pin nails, because my husband informed me when I bought the 1/2 inch, there's no such thing as 3/8. So I told him this morning, I said,
Okay.
according to Amy, there is. She sent me a screenshot of Amazon. He's like, really? I said, yes. And I was telling him, I said, a lot of people that watch us and stuff, they do door hangers. And I said, the door hanger peeps know, so I'm listening to them.
Right.
My husband's like, okay, whatever. So I'm going to order them. I haven't yet, but thank you, Amy, for that, because I need those.
And her husband, Bruce, if you haven't been around for a long time, he basically does everything. We have this sign. It says, if Pop can't fix it, we're all screwed.
Yeah, because he fixes everything, including sometimes my disposition.
Hey.
He's very easygoing.
He is easygoing.
Y'all, but he's the right person for me because there's times he can just look at me and say a few words.
That's some bullshit.
And I start
Hi,
acting
Terry.
better.
Well, he's
easygoing. So
He's
if
a
he's
man
saying-
of few words. So
Yeah.
if he tells you something,
If he's saying something,
it's long
it
overdue.
needs to be said. Let's put it that way. It needs to
He
be
used to
said.
be the UPS guy.
Yeah.
One of the UPS men here in Pearland.
Yeah.
So a lot of folks knew him that way.
So I have 3 7-inch
Stephanie.
loops on each side. Okay? And that's what's going to give me that fluffy froofy. And here, this is about a 3-inch loop here and a 3-inch loop.
Hi, Mary
Here.
Catherine.
Okay? So I know that I'm good because I've got equal amount of loops on each side, and my loops are the equal measurements. You know, they're the same as far as the measurements. Now I'm going to put a little bit. This is I think this is probably a 2.5-inch ribbon.
I love the polka dot show.
I do
I
too.
gotta tell you, I love
Now
it.
the thing about the ribbon, y'all, is I always use wired ribbon, and this is 2 3/4, because wired ribbon makes your bow stay with the form. If you don't have wired ribbon, well, honestly, nowadays I don't even know if they sell ribbon that doesn't have wire anymore.
Oh, Amy worked at UPS for 20 years.
Oh, did you? Bruce worked there for 25, Amy. He did. He'd probably still be working there if they didn't make him work all kind of crazy hours. But they wanted him to work like,
10:30 at night.
10:30
11 o'clock at
he's
night.
Still delivering packages. I'm like, dude, you're going to get robbed one night banging on people's door.
And they just don't know. Look, we don't have no money to be robbing the wrong people.
Rob the wrong people.
We got some yarder.
Yeah.
We'll paint something for you.
Exactly. But other than that, we really can't. Like Bruce said years ago, if they break in here and try to steal my wife's jewelry, they're going to be mad. Because she ain't got nothing worth anything. It's like, whatever. Okay. So this is going to be my smaller
Hi, Cynthia.
loop. See how the Easy Bow Maker keeps everything in your... and people who are professional and who know what they're doing, they can sit there and just loop bows like this and all of that. I can't do that. So this is what that Easy Bow Maker does. That's what it looks like. Okay? It keeps everything bound together until this part when you're ready to take it out. And I always have a pipe cleaner handy, okay? And underneath here, remember I put that zippy tie, right? So I've got to remember to get that zippy tie and take it with me. And I want to make sure that I bring all of that.
I can see that.
Yeah, and you've got to, this is the hardest part right here for me because you've got a lot of fabric right here. So I put my, what do you call this, pipe cleaner, and I twist it back here, flip that over, and here's my pipe cleaner, okay? And I tie it.
Hi,
I
Mary
still
Catherine.
have my zippy tie there, y'all.
It's not necessarily bow making night. We're just making a bow for a sign that she was showing you guys.
Yeah. We're not professional bow makers. We just try to do enough to get by.
Right.
How about that? So at this point, I can put the Easy Bow Maker aside. And you can see I'm definitely not where I need to be yet, right? I'm not finished by any stretch. But I've got the makings of a bow, okay? I've got to the part where it's starting to maybe somewhat look like a bow.
And Mary Catherine, we'll show you the signs in just a second.
Yeah. And all you want to do is you want to form that, right? Bringing those loops out, put your fingers in the middle of the loops, fan the loops out, and make that ribbon fluffy. That's all you're doing, okay? Now, I forgot one thing. Let me get another pipe cleaner because I didn't do this part right. So here's the middle of that actual small ribbon. And I should have done this with the first pipe cleaner, but I forgot. So I'm just going to use another pipe cleaner. I'm going to just do this down about like that. That'll make the very middle, okay? So I'm going to pick this whole batch up. I'm going to put that pipe cleaner right through there, and I'm going to tie it. So in this bow, because I screwed up, I'm going to have 2 pipe cleaners, but it's no big deal, okay? All right. Now, let me go get my sign. And this is probably the harder part because you just have to kind of sit here and fiddle.
She does, Miss Terry. Miss Terry said you make it look so easy.
I wish. There are people who really know what they're doing it's like one of those things. I want to get better at bow making, but it's like anything else. It's all about the work you put into it.
And it's not the highest on the list. There's so many on the list.
There's so many other things I've got to do. But anyway, but the bows, to me, nowadays, the ribbon out there, y'all, is just gorgeous. So if you can kind of figure out some sort of kind of way to make a halfway decent looking bow and put it on your project, you're going to be happy if you got some good ribbon and a decent bow, okay? Now, I watch people making bows sometimes, like on YouTube and stuff, and I'm like, man, I wish I could do that. And I'm just sitting here forcing that ribbon to kind of go where I think I want it to go, okay? Because it's wired ribbon, it's going to be easier to do that because that wire is going to hold its form.
Hi,
so
Lindsay.
I'm looking at my project, y'all, and we're going to do this. I'm going to go ahead and cut way back up in here. I'm going to cut this other tail off. We're going to use it right over here in just a minute. So what I would do is I would take my zippy tie. I've drilled some holes in here. I'm going to take that zippy tie and I'm going to hopefully go through one of these holes. It doesn't even go through. Okay, just a second. I don't think I drilled a hole big enough, y'all. So here's what we're going to do. I'll be right back.
And I love when these things happen because this is what happens to normal people like you and I. And so we get to see what the experts do whenever this messes up.
It's going to happen because it's just life. I didn't make the hole big enough.
Hi, Shelly.
Okay. I think I'm better now, y'all. So in back up here, I've got a zip tie. Here's my zippy tie. This zip tie is going to go through the holes. This is what's going to happen.
You need me to hold it or
if I've done it right. I think I can do it, Con. Okay. Well, it's still not big enough, so here's what we're going to do. I big enough when I use this thing before, but I'm fitting to show it who's the boss.
We can relate, Chris.
Okay, I got a trash can over here, y'all, and I'm just gonna kind of take that. Okay. That's what you do when things don't work the way you want it.
You make it work anyway.
Yes, you have to show who's the boss. And in this case this thing doesn't know, I'm the boss.
It just takes some convincing sometimes.
Yeah, a lot of times that's what Bruce will tell me. Show it who's the boss. That's his way of saying, do whatever you have to do.
Put some
to make
stank
it
on it.
Yeah. And I'm just taking that zippy tie.
Exactly, Lindsay. Lindsay said, show it who's boss.
Show it who's the boss. Well, sometimes, y'all, whatever I'm working on feels like it's the boss.
Right.
That's just part of it. But hey, and I'm just zippy tying that down. Okay. So I've got that part done. Again, this is just taking those loops and separating them out. Now my zippy tie wants to misbehave and stick out, so I'm going to cut that off so you can't see it. And we're going to do this.
Miss Terry said if at first you don't succeed, even live, try again.
Try again. And
hi, Lou.
Hey, you just have to understand that most of the time life is not going to work the way you want it to. Most of the time, it's not. It's just the way it is. So I always use a stapler, just kind of like this is a DeWalt, and I staple my stuff down. I'm going to come back to that in a minute, y'all. And I've got to get this up under here.
Hope y'all can see.
Before we get too crazy with it, I'm going to come up here and staple. And that thing is loud, so it's kind of annoying, but it's just the way it is. But it's good in that it will really hold your project down. And of course, you always want to staple the inside of that ribbon. You don't want that to... Hold on a second. Here we go. Okay, that's my runner. All right, let's do it like this. So when I staple kind of up under here where you can't see it. Okay, but that'll kind of help your loops stay where you want them to stay. Okay, here you go. You're gonna go here, and we're gonna go. Dun, 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 dun. Let's do it this way. And I'm going to probably put one last staple. I don't like this per se. Hold on. Okay, so I put a staple in there, and I don't like that where it's at. So here's what I'm fixing to do. I'm going to get this ripper. Okay, pull that out. Okay, the reason I didn't like that is it's supposed to be. Okay, maybe I had it wrong. I had it in the wrong thing right here. Let's try it.
Lou Dupuy, I hope I'm saying that name right, said hi to you. Hi, Elmer.
Hi, how are you? I tell you what, it has been a crazy day, but it's been a good day, and I must have been really tired because I didn't get out of bed till like 7, and I usually get up about 4:30. So Bruce sleeps late, I don't. And we're having breakfast, and he's like, man, I kind of thought maybe you died. He said, I felt over there, and you were still there. And he said, I looked up.
Still breathing.
I want to make sure you're still breathing. So I got a lot of sleep last night.
Yeah.
And that makes you feel better, you know. Okay, so far, I'm getting there. I don't think I'm there, but I'm getting there, y'all, okay? That's kind of how, to me, bow making goes. It's a lot of frou-frou and sitting here and doing this, putting your fingers under there and making that fluffing kind of action, if you will. Pulling and tugging and fluffing. Kind of but that's what it takes, in my opinion, to make a good looking bow. And really your project is going to be exponentially better looking if you have a decent looking bow. It doesn't have to be even gorgeous, it just has to be decent. Okay, now I've got my tails. This tail is okay, I think. Although, Hold on a minute, y'all. I don't like this staple right here, so I'm fixing to do this. I got a stapler ripper. Okay, got that out. And the reason I don't like it is I didn't have it quite bent enough. Okay, so what that means is I kind of want to fold this up a little bit and do it like where I've almost got like another loop. It's not a loop because it's a tail.
Hi, Christina.
But it almost looks like I do. Okay. And I'll come back and cut that in a minute. All right. So we're going to go over here. And we got to do the same. It's the same concept. You want that to almost look like a loop, even though it's not a loop. And you want to kind of fan out your bow a little bit, your ribbon. You don't want it sitting directly on top. And kind of bring it over. Something like this.
Lindsay said she loves this, but she doesn't have the patience it takes.
It does.
It takes a lot of patience. And a lot of.
Lindsay, that's
fiddling.
why I don't know if you were in the video in the beginning, and I said this has been sitting around my art room for I don't know how long, and the reason I haven't done this project 100% is the bow. You just kind of have to really. Hey, and you can, and nowadays, I don't even know for sure, but I feel like you could go to Amazon and buy a bow.
I'm quite sure.
And honestly, I probably should have done that, but, you know, hindsight's 20/20. So I get it. I totally get it. But that's what makes, it does give you a dimension to this project. So when I'm doing this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold that together like that up under here. I'm going to take a pair of scissors. I'm going to cut it at an angle because I want it to have a little bit of a, I don't know what they call this, dovetail, I think, or something like that.
Yeah.
Is
Hi,
that what
Linda.
that's called?
Yeah, I do think.
Let's go to this side. We're going to do the same thing over here. We got a lot of black on here, but we totally did the black and white thing. You could do any color that you wanted. You know, if let's say if you're not into the black and white thing and you wanted to do, you know, like more traditional colors, this would look good in red and white. To me, any color with this with white. It would look good in gray and white, red and white, blue and white, black and white, any of those, green and white. Okay.
I like to watch Damon with Decor Exchange making bows.
Hey,
he is
just,
phenomenal. And he makes it look so easy.
He's over here just
I love
talking to the
watching his
camera doing
videos.
this, and I'm like,
and he's always so peaceful when he's talking.
He does
I love
really
him.
great work. So there is my home sweet home. And I'm going to say I have a lot of black on here, but I do like it. Now, by contrast, hold up a minute. I want y'all to see this one. Same project, but it does look really different because I did different colored bows. Here I just stuck with traditional black and white, but over here I did some tan. Okay, and
I love
tan
these
gray.
solid all black bows.
But the bows, if you're not into the bows, and I get that, I would just go to Amazon and buy a bow, honestly.
I'm pretty sure you could.
I mean, nowadays you can buy anything. Let me go get the doggy one so we can hold that one up too.
She was trying to take pictures of the doggy one while ago, and the doggies were tromping all over everything.
Y'all can imagine what the dogs were doing. So this will give you a good indication of the black and white. You got your black on the background, you got your white on the background, right? Really pretty much same project.
Hi, Robin.
You know, but if you don't really like the black and white, I think any color with white would look good. Even if you did, I think another color would be really pretty is a deep teal and white.
That would be gorgeous.
I think that would be good. Or you could even do like a lime green and teal. That would look good. So I just stuck with black and white because that's real traditional. And honestly, I had a lot of ribbon for that. So a lot of the colors is going to depend on, you know, what ribbon you have. Because sometimes I have ribbon that I want and sometimes I don't. But anyway, y'all get the idea. You can buy this as a blank. We have not set up a paint party. We probably will, but they are available as blanks. And thank y'all for hanging out with us tonight. The one thing I forgot to show y'all last night, my bad. Hold up, Connie, I gotta go get it. There was a blank I didn't show last night.
Okay.
And I didn't even realize it until this morning. We are doing, Connie, if you come over, just pan over here because this is a long one. We we are doing a paint party on this one.
How cute.
It's on the website. I can't remember what day it is.
Hi,
but
Crystal.
It's a Happy Fall, y'all, Scarecrow one. I totally spaced last night and forgot to put this on there. But it's 46 inches tall, and we do sell the blank, and we will do a paint party. And it's in the system. It's on our website. So, well, thank y'all for hanging out with us. And as you can see, come and shoot. Can you tell everybody that you've been being good today? She did run away yesterday. Come here, Ellie. Come here. I know. Tell them how good you've been being. Tell them. Say, look, Nana was mad because we ran the bear never runs away, do you think? You're such a good
Bear said the nincompoops.
Such a good girl. You're my girl. These are, I'm ridiculous, y'all, but these are, I was going to say they're my kids, but I guess that's accurate. There's really nothing I wouldn't do for them. And Bruce is like, you love those dogs more than you love me. Not true.
Sure
Not
do.
true. I deny it. But anyway. Hey, thanks for hanging out. I hope y'all have a good weekend. Tomorrow's Sunday. Get some rest. That's what I'm going to do. And we will see y'all next time.
Thank you guys so much. See y'all later.